the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Jets. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80! 12.
Check pass.
On first down, Garoppolo. And complete to Zach Ertz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Right here.
Mike spot 9. It's a party now. Mike, check. 59. Here we go. Watch the twist. Slam.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
11.
Now Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here we go.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All day. Watch out.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. 23 yards to pick up there.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another first and 10.
You can't block me.
11.
47. Check. 47. It's our time.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this one complete to Reed. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tighten down. There you go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Kyle Van Noy came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This will be, 38 yards out. The kick by Maher is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Set, 8, read. Hey, order. Hey, check right.
Off play action. Fowler. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Focus, defense, focus.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Ready, go.
55, 55. That's the run.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fowler looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Garoppolo on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, tight. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
65. Hey, exit.
Mike's 59.
We didn't want this.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Let's go.
Check. Lock.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Go.
He's coming. We got double up. Check 37.
Hey, alert 3.
Ready.
On first and 10, Fowler. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Dayon Buchanan gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
It's second down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
We own it.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Jets 3, Saints nothing.
Ready,
And
break.
the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Looking to throw. Fowler. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
Watch the screen.
Hey, Sam off. Shoot.
From the gun, Fowler. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Double dog. That's the way.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking here for Smith downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
Here we go. Like 80.
59. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 25. Check 25.
21. Here we go.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2.
59.
Hey, Delta.
59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check. 59. Oh, here we go.
From the 40 now on second down. Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Bell. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
1, Omaha. Hey, Alpha.
59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Come on, boy.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Second and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. There's Garoppolo to throw. Caught on the right side, Reed. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's second and 21.
Hey, check, Mike. 46.
Here we go, D.
Garoppolo now. Letting one go deep for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away. And it didn't work out.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
Let's go, D.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Fowler. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
Keep playing hard, fellas. All day.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
Let's go. 10 logo.
Check 55 for Mike.
On first down. Fowler. And that's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up in it. This is caught inside the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. From the gun, Fowler. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Garoppolo, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
11. Hey, come on.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And that'll be caught by Cup. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
At the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the curve.
21.
4-7's the mic.
Hey, Zoo.
Watch the fly. Motion. Pop. Mike's 47.
Go ahead.
To throw is Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
21, 11.
Mike, check, 59.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. That'll be caught right side by Reed. All the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Fowler. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Saints.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fowler. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fowler. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On second down and 4, Garoppolo. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4.
Here we go, D. Mike.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And he fires one, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back to the air on second down. Fowler. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Operating from the gun. Fowler. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again. Fowler. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. The Saints on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Fowler. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Fowler. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Thomas, the intended target. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Here we go. 21.
On first down, Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 13. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. From the gun, Fowler. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Fowler. Kamara's got the first down and then some. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Hey, Haywood!
Throwing on first down. Fowler out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Fowler feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. D. Ford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's a 2nd and 7. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. A 7-yard touchdown grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it with Bell. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
12. Check, 59.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. And sensing the momentum may be changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Bravo.
Mike 59. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. It just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Here we go.
They'll come out in the pistol. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Jets, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again.